Hi, welcome to Bharat Times, Mrs. Chandrika Bhat, and here we have Mr. Shyam Bhat, and they are the residents of Dollard-des-Ormeaux in Quebec, Canada. And this year, this year they have retired from 40 years of teaching Bal Vikas. That's progress of children, Bal Vikas. And they started with one student at their home and offering their services in general for humanity, doing social services here. And they have spent 50 years in that, just doing social services, even other than the children's classes, etc. So tell us, Mrs. Bhatt, about Bal Vikas. How did you get started and what it is all about?
In mid-70s, we were taking my son to Brossard, South Shore, for a music lesson. And then he learnt, while learning music, after half an hour or so, he was taken by the hostess for moral classes. And every time we sit in the car, she said, "Ma, you want to listen to my prarthana, my prayer?" And my 4.5-year-old boy was telling me the different sloka every time we come back. And sometimes he will say, "You want to listen to a story?" Auntie told me. I said, "Yeah." And he used to tell me such a nice moral stories. So we should not lie, Ma. If it is on lying or moral, he discussed. See, stealing is very bad, Ma. And then I thought, this my child is telling me instead of I telling him. Such a nice thing. Then I talked to the couple who was giving the music lesson. I would like to do this. And then eventually Shyam and I, my husband and I, we both joined Satyasri Sai Baba, where our discourse was there. So we started Bal Vikas teaching there. Then I was talking in a neighborhood in West Island, but the student won't come to downtown area to join the classes. So with the permission, we started Bal Vikas in West Island in our home. That was in mid-70s. And in the beginning, we had 4 students. And at the end, we had 94 students 1 year. But then we were enjoying Saturday and Sunday, both the days, teaching Bal Vikas to the children. Bal Vikas is education in human values, where we expect today's children become good citizens, today's children serve the parents, serve the nation, by practically implanting the lessons, the morals on the child. We used to take them to the seniors' home with a small program where we expose our art of dances and garba, dandiyaras. And secondly, when the class starts next week, I ask them, "How did you like it?" Say, "It was good." Some will say, "It was sad, auntie," because seniors come in the auditorium with the wheelchair. Some are walking with the cane. Some are in the walker. So then I take the whole moral of purpose of taking to the seniors' home. Right now your parents are young, running here, there, everything, doing all the chores. One day they will be like this, walking with a cane. They will be, what would you do? One boy, 9-year-old, I remember saying, "Auntie, my mom will never stay in senior home." I said, "That's very good. But supposing your wife will say, 'I can't take your mom, either me or either me or her.'" That the boy frowned and then said, "I will divorce her." Because that's what the society is. Two doesn't get along, there's no compromise. You go your way, I go my way. So I told him, then I addressed the class. By divorcing, your parents still need, and you have 2 problems now. Ending in a divorce as well as your parents still needs you. You have to convince your spouse that we should do. Who made you walk? Who taught you how to walk? Who taught you how to hold the spoon and eat the food? Mom, my dad. So, who were there when you were not well? Lovingly giving you the medicines, giving you the good food to eat, nutritive food. My mom, my dad. Who is paying the fees for your schooling? My daddy. So when the tables are turned, should we not do something? See, this is the way, by giving practical examples, the child is motivated for to serve the parent. If we say at random, we should serve your parent. It's too bad if they don't need me, if they need me.
Yeah, I guess it's also teaching them how and how to like go through, how to walk through this whole issue of being able to take care of them, I guess, right?
Yeah, it is that as well as because these are the cultural values. Now the things are changing in India, but when we were there, taking care of the parents was it was not taken as any responsibility, but it was a duty. It has to be done as a dharma, and these values of the dharma does not mean only going to the temple and it. Dharma means righteous way of living, how to live right way. Yes, Hindu Dharma says that earn as much money as you want, but earn rightfully. Don't cheat anybody, don't steal. Do it hard work and earn money and enjoy. Enjoy it also rightfully. So righteous way of living is called Dharma. And in that Dharma is also taking care of not only of your parents, but even the neighbors. If the neighbor needs your help, you are supposed to help that neighbor. Not feeling that, oh, what he has done for me, what she has done for you. That thought should never come. And these are the values that we wanted to instill in the upcoming new generation who have come from India. Because generally, when they are in the house, the atmosphere is one way, and when they step out of the house, the atmosphere is entirely different. And then again, there is a generation gap. So father or mother and a child, that is one generation. And then the child has another difference is outside world and inside world. So that child really gets confused unless somebody gives him or her proper guidance. So with that thought in our mind, we say that we will start Bal Vikas of our own, of taking the permission of Sri Satya Sai Baba.
Right. And I guess we're talking about Bal Vikas, and the classes being taught at home. It's because these values are not being taught in schools or anywhere else, or even what we call daycare centers or anywhere. No, it's nowhere available.
Yeah. And as well as these are totally, absolutely free classes. Not a single penny was charged. What of the books or whatever the material, the parents voluntarily, either when they go to India, they bring some books, or we need some literature to be printed to give it to a student. They will voluntarily, because some people are working in the offices from where they can make the copies, and so nothing was charged. Whatever was needed, parents supplied it, and that was from the day one. It was our that.
But still being able to dedicate your time and energy for this for 40 years for teaching
but it was, it was our dedication, but we earn so much from that. The happiness we see, the change in the children, the parents, even the parents' attitude changes towards the children. Because generally Chandrika holds in a year two meetings with the parent-teacher meeting, where she tells them exactly what is happening, what you should do, how you can react with the children. So the parents call us, what this is happening, what we should do. So we give them advice, because this is a new generation. If they had their own parents, then the problem doesn't arise. But they are also newly married, coming here from living in India, and then it becomes harder, the society.
Yeah, the actual support system they're used to is not properly
there is no
available.
Family support system, exactly.
And let me ask you this: have you seen, Mrs. Bhat, 100% success rate in this, or has there been less or more? What would you say?
Have you seen the 100% success rate, or less or more, in teaching the Bal Vikas?
Oh yeah, 100% in the sense that all the subjects of life is taken in. Like Pratna, it's not a religious classes, but we do teach selected slokas to the children, because first of all, why should we say prayer?
Yeah.
What is a prayer?
Prayer. Yeah.
Children will say after a few lessons, Auntie, prayer is a communication with God. We are talking to, so how to say the prayer?
Yeah. But my question is like, have you ever had any student who did not want to continue or who ran away from classes?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
I'm satisfied that in the sense that older student who has passed and now they are young children, they are working in the hospitals, they are working in the blind people home, in the veterans home, and they are also working in the missions feeding the poor people.
Right. So you have had impact on all students whoever has attended your class then. So that's what I meant by 100% success rate you
like
had.
you said, were there some people, children who did not want to attend? Yes, there were. But then that's where the parents' cooperation comes.
Okay.
One of the child who did not want to come, he said, then the father said, you are joined 2 other Sunday and Saturday evening, you have got 2 other activities going for the sports and these things. So one Saturday morning you have to go there. If you don't want to go there, then you cancel this also.
Yeah.
So the father or mother, they have to, because it is not a fun game.
Right.
It is teaching the Bal Vikas, though we try to make it through the stories and everything as entertaining or as engaging as it. But for a 6-7-year-old child, to play outside in the field is more attractive than to sit and listen to the stories or whatever.
No, but I have seen your students many times at different programs and stuff. My God, they are just adorable.
Yeah.
Such well-mannered, well-behaved.
We try to instill discipline as much as, because the first lesson we tell them are the 3 important Ds: discipline, duty, and devotion. These are the 3 important Ds. You have to come in time, sit properly, sit erect. Children need to be told again and again and again. Of course, it's a necessity. But as we find out from the age 8 or 9, after 3-4 years, they are now really disciplined. Like when we say the prayers in the mandir, they are all sitting properly.
Right.
Otherwise, it is difficult to make a 60-70 student to sit straight.
Yes. And I guess at one point you had even up to 90 students.
90 students.
Wow.
We had it. Yeah, there are up to 90 students, and every 3 years there are 15 students generally graduate. They finish the course, 9-year course. But the new babies are coming, and not babies, the new ones are coming. They are 5-6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's been after 40 years of doing that. Is this the end of Bal Vikas classes, or is it a continuation?
No, there is no end of Bal Vikas. That was our main aim, that it should not end with us. Because we are in our 80s, we are here today, tomorrow we won't be. That's a fact of life.
Right.
But to continue that from last 4-5 years, we have cultivated 7 teachers now who are dedicated. They are coming from different backgrounds. As a matter of fact, out of 7, 3 were the ex-students. They want to teach it, so that's why they came to, they offered their services, and they are going to the university or going to the CJ. But they said, we want to do that. So that actually pleases us more than any other adult coming, because there is enthusiasm. They said, we want to give what we have learned.
Yes.
See, that is a reward.
Yes.
If you say,
Well, it's the biggest reward you can have.
That is the reward we get it.
Yes.
And there are other teachers also. So when, like this year, we introduced them to the parents and the board and everybody. So these are the new 7 teachers who will continue. As well as Chandrika and I, we are going to the mandir every Saturday anyway. So if they have any problem, if they have any deficiency, they can always ask.
Oh, so you mean the Hindu Mandir in DDO?
Yeah, Hindu Mandir.
Okay.
We are teaching there now in 2010, right?
You say about the new teachers.
Yeah. 2010 we moved to because the city of Dollard-des-Ormeaux was objecting.
9 teachers, 9 new teachers, out of 3 are students by previous students, young students. because that is my satisfaction that new generation will continue this teaching. And they have finished complete course, and they had been trained also for 5-6 years. They are coming to the as a junior teachers, in the beginning as a substitute teacher, and then they have got the grip of teaching. They come full time.
Okay.
Since 2010, we moved to Hindu Mandir DDO,
Right.
because that year I had 94 students.
Wow.
And DDO City Hall was taking objection that for the protection of the children, for the safety of
Yes.
children, we cannot run school in the house with so
You
many
do
students.
have a big heart.
And
My God.
it was my and my husband's first choice to move to the Hindu Mandir,
Right.
because they are giving us all the facilities we need.
Yes.
And several rooms at the time. 6 classes are running. 6 to 8 classes are going on every Saturday morning.
Okay.
And that is our satisfaction. I miss it at times. I will be missing it, but again I know children are in good hands.
Yes.
We are still teaching guitar classes at home. Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday evening. Youth comes, young children, teenagers children.
Okay.
Because the content of Holy Gita, they must know
Yes.
the philosophy of Gita.
Yeah, it's not just a Bible of any kind. It's actually a historical, cultural, political.
Political. Actually, this is Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to live the life.
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita is not per se a religious book. It
Yes.
is more of a practical book with, through Lord Krishna and Vyasa has written how to live the life. Live you must, work you must, but how to work so that you get satisfaction and you get peaceful.
Right.
So
How to live with everything around you as it goes on, how to make your way through life. Yes.
through life, adjusting, because life is not a bed of roses. There are going to be problems. Now, how to deal with those problems
Yes.
in your life, which comes in everybody's life.
True.
You know, whether
Yeah,
you're-
running away from problems is not
it
the answer.
doesn't help, no.
No.
So, but then you have to know exactly how to deal.
Yes.
You can take help from outside, but unless and until from within you have got inspiration, okay, this is the right way I have to sit, the situation is this is how I have to handle the situation.
Yeah, so overall, I guess we teach children and adults in a way like how to negotiate, cooperate, and deal with issues at hand instead of, like running to divorce or running to separate, things like that.
And yes, what happens nowadays, because this is a transition of the generation. The children who are born here, they are not exactly the children, the parents who were born there. Their parents said, you marry to this and this and that, you got married. Here now the children have their own opinion. They don't want to marry, the parents suggest.
Right.
And sometimes there's a conflict in family. And so they approach us, how can we handle it? So we sit down and talk to them. So we do a little bit of a counseling work also. But that goes with the territory.
Of course.
Because they have the faith in us that Chandrika Bhat and Shyam Bhat will not misguide us. And children have the equally the same
Oh,
faith.
you are the best.
So
Yes.
we give our advice, we tell them. And most of the time it reconciles between parents, and then they adjust with each other,
Yes.
and then they enjoy life. Because that is the serving the community.
It is.
That's we generally we doing it for last 40 years.
Wow. Long time. And you still enjoy it.
We still are enjoying it, yeah.
Okay. Mrs. Bhatt, this is just one of the things
It's okay.
that you do. And how many, because I hear you, like I get emails from you about we're planting trees and we're going for free meals and this and that. Can you just tell us how many other activities that you're dedicating your life to?
Okay. What are other activities like tree planting, feeding the poor people, clothes collection to the people?
Tree planting and
Feeding the people,
Yeah.
collecting the clothes for the people,
what
distribute.
about?
Those activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beside this teaching of the Bal Vikas classes, we motivate students also in collecting the clothing, first of all. Then we separate it into men's clothing, ladies' clothing, and children's clothing. And then we deliver to the appropriate organizations where they distribute to the needy people. And we cook once in a month, at least once in a month for poor people. I don't like to say to poor people, but to explain it to who we feed. People ask me, why you do this? In a prosperous country like Canada, if they are on the street, it's too bad, it's their karma. So I said, I want to do something for this country that offered me so much vast opportunity.
Yes.
My 3 children are successful in their life. All the attainments they have attended. And so I know how to cook. So that motivated by, on this land, how I return my thanks.
Yes.
By feeding poor people.
Wow. Now that's beautiful. You have
But
done
we
so
don't-
much, all of your life, like basically your whole life you dedicated
We
to
don't cook
social services.
Indian food because they are not used to it.
Yeah,
We cook pasta. Our standard food is pasta,
Yes.
green salad, garlic bread, and fresh fruits. And ice cream as a dessert. They eat ice cream first. Because these are the people who are looking for an apple or somebody's hamburger, half a
Yeah. Oh my
hamburger in the
God.
garbage
Yes.
can.
Yeah.
To them, we lovingly sit with them because they are human beings.
Of course. Yes.
We lovingly sit them, we insist them. Some of the institutions ask us, allow us to give second helping if they want. But most of them, they don't. One plate full. But still, the satisfaction is that much they are getting it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Besides the... now, my students, older students, who are in university and CZEP, they are doing on their own.
Wow.
They collect $5 per person
Uh-huh.
from the student each, and they buy the grocery and they feed the people. They learn the recipes from me,
Right.
and they are teaching.
that
Besides the
is so
food,
nice.
we
Yeah.
give several hundred pounds of fresh fruits
Wow.
every month.
Okay.
And we deliver it to the different organization where they distribute it. Now, how this is financed? Our Bal Vikas children's special birthday is coming, or somebody's parents' anniversary is coming. They say, Auntie, we give enough parties. Why not you decide something, arrange for us to give? This is how it is financed
Oh, wow.
by the people of the town and parent of my Bal Vikas students.
Okay. So they would rather organize it for the community,
For the community,
dedicated
because,
their
yeah,
own special days to the
special days
community.
for the community.
See how much influence you're having?
Yeah.
My God.
See, that's
And
how
that is beautiful.
It goes from instead of coming from the top down,
Yeah.
it is going from bottom
Bottom up.
From the children, they motivate. Why?
Yes.
Last time we went, why not to give it this year also?
Yes.
So it motivates parents also. They
Yes.
said, okay, we'll go there.
Right.
So generally,
Yeah.
so
We
that
also,
And that is-
children, we take them to different religious churches,
Uh-huh.
synagogues,
Mm-hmm.
Buddhist monasteries, and temples, so that a child learns to respect different religions.
Yes.
In their heart, they value that, okay, they are praying Ram, okay,
Right.
they are praying Jesus,
Yeah.
Lord is one.
One. Absolutely.
This is the instilling
Yeah.
right from childhood by telling the moral stories.
Yes.
Every class, every day, depending on the moral, a story is told.
Yes.
Because the story makes very good, deep impression
It
on the
does.
tender mind of children. Like my own experience hearing from my own child, 4.5-year-old telling me a moral story, that motivated me. That's good.
Yeah.
I never a student goes without a story listening.
True. Wow.
And,
Now that is nice. Thank you so much for taking all your time to explain yourself, and hopefully now it will flourish even more. More people will get to know. No, that's very nice work you're doing.
Thank you very much.
So we have Shyam Bhat here,
Thank
who's
you very
originally from Mumbai.
Mumbai, yeah.
He came here, and Mrs. Chandrika Bhat here, and she's from Gujarat.
Gujarat.
How they banded together to serve the community of Canada.
Of Canada.
Oh, that is very nice. And we have some awards also, which they have collected over the years, some certificates and awards. Let's just check them out. And here are some of them from the community organizations, India, Canada. Yeah, you can turn that on, please, baby. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that one is from... seems like from Gurdwara. That's India, Canada. That's Marathi Mandal. And from Mrs. Bhat, there is Shyam Bhat.
It is from, for the tree
This
plantation.
Marathi Mandal High Commissioner, Indian High Commissioner gave me at the end.
And
Okay.
that one is from the
This
tree plantation.
Marathi Mandal.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. And here you have one for Ambassador for Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's nice. Thank you so much for excellent work that you're doing for the community. This is great.
Because I'm in the front, these awards are given it to me. But let me tell you,
Yes.
behind this, there are hundreds of people who are with me as a help. Otherwise, unless and until I have that help, all these seva-oriented, service-oriented activities wouldn't have been possible.
And about your family?
So
They
the
have
credit
always been
goes-
with you
Which one,
as
yeah.
well? Yes.
Without a family support, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
That is prerequisite.
Right. Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
And most of all,
Yes.
my husband,
Of
Shyam,
course.
100% willingness and 100% support. I alone wouldn't have done anything.
No, you both are great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.